In 2016, the Wayzata boys hockey team made the state tournament for the 4th time in school history. In the previous 3 trips, the Trojans had never advanced to the final. But the 16 team went all the way and won the Class AA championship. Jason Melillo takes a look back at that title run.
Down 2 goals to Eden Prairie in the state final and facing a 5-minute penalty kill, Wayzata head coach Pat O'Leary called a timeout.
You know, people always talk about the timeout during that game and ask what we were talking about, and I tell people the same thing every single time, is we kind of calmed everybody down, and Amara, who's actually here today, just said, you know, he kind of took the onus of the seniors, took it a little bit of blame, and just saying that they weren't playing up to their potential.
Everybody was thinking that this was it, and you know, our heads weren't really in the right place, and going back earlier in the season against Tonka, we had the same thing happen to us, and just kind of sparked a memory and just said, hey, we got this, we've been through this before, we just got to calm down and get back to our game. That's pretty much what I said.
The Trojans stormed back, scoring a shorthanded goal followed by a 4-on-4 marker that tied the game at 3.
Obviously there's going to be a little bit of a panic when you go down, like I think it was 2 goals, and you have to kill some 5-minute majors. There might be some panic there, but we quickly got to the drawing board and had our leaders kind of just calm everyone down, and they just led. They were unbelievable the whole season, especially in that last game.
Wayzata had come to the brink of a state title with a team that was deep and never got rattled. The Trojans rolled 4 lines that season and had a solid core of offensive-minded defensemen. In the state tournament, 17 players registered at least 1 point.
You look at the playoffs, it's like we had our 4th-line guy score a couple goals, we had a 3rd-line guy score a couple goals. So it was good. I think what it does is it kind of creates a little bit of inner kind of, competitiveness, I guess, where it's like, oh, you're going to get one, and we're going to get one, in every line, and just everyone's kind of it allows you to pull the same rope, I think, and then that just helps you in the overall game.
When we get scoring from our 3rd and 4th lines, it would pump up our 1st and 2nd lines, and then they would go out and score 3 or 4 more goals. So it was just awesome to have that depth, because it would just keep keep everyone going.
And it was all anchored by senior goalie Alex Schilling. In the final seconds of the semifinal against Stillwater, Schilling's save preserved a 1-goal victory.
Schilling was unreal, and I'd say probably 95% of it was on Alex, and that was very key.
Wayzata completed its comeback in the title game when junior defenseman Logan Lindstrand scored to put the Trojans up for good at 4-3. It was a historic season and a title run the boys on that team will never forget.